It started with a shaky camera, but what Malaysia said next shattered the internet. Tears ran down her face, her hair a mess, eyes swollen shut from crying all night. She didn't care about filters. She didn't care about fame. She was done hiding the truth. I'm pregnant, and the baby belongs to Doug Christie. That sentence alone sent Instagram Live into a complete meltdown. Comments flooded in like wildfire. Jackie's husband? She really said it. Doug, I know this can't be real. But it was. Because while Malaysia poured her pain into the camera, Jackie was already watching from her dressing room, frozen, clutching her phone like it had just stabbed her in the chest. And when her knees gave out, she collapsed on live, accidentally broadcasting her raw, broken scream to millions of viewers. Malaysia, you stabbed me in the back. Doug, my husband. People couldn't look away. A marriage built on image shattered. A friendship that looked unbreakable, torched. And Doug, caught like a deer in headlights as his phone blew up with a clip that ended everything. He tried to call. He tried to explain. But Jackie wasn't listening anymore. The world was. And they were picking sides. This man cheated again. Jackie deserves better. Malaysia got receipts. This is over. This wasn't just a scandal. It was a digital execution. One woman exposed the truth. Another woman broke under the weight of it. And one man might never recover from what just went viral in front of the entire damn world. The camera shook violently as the Instagram Live began. No filters. No edits. Just raw chaos. Malaysia stood in front of the phone, drenched in tears, her hair wild, breathing uneven. Her hand trembled as she wiped her face. Thousands were already online, and more were pouring in by the second. Comments flashed like wildfire. What's happening? Is she crying? Somebody tag Jackie now. Malaysia swallowed hard. I wasn't going to say anything, she whispered, her voice barely audible. I tried to protect everybody. I really did. She looked straight into the lens. But they didn't protect me. I'm done lying. Gasps flooded the chat. Lying about what? She stepped back, clutching her stomach. I'm pregnant. Her voice cracked. And the father is Doug Christie. The internet exploded. People screamed in disbelief, their shock bouncing off every corner of social media. Twitter went into meltdown. Instagram Live hit 300,000 viewers in under a minute. Jackie Christie's name started trending instantly, and not in a good way. Cut to Jackie's house. Dressing room. Jackie had just finished a glam shoot. Her team was packing up when her assistant ran in, eyes wide. Jackie, you need to see this. Right now. Jackie frowned, picked up her phone, and clicked the live. What she saw made her soul leave her body. Malaysia. Crying. Pregnant. Naming Doug. She dropped the phone like it burned her hand. What the hell is this? The room froze. Jackie's breath became ragged, her chest rising and falling like a panic storm. No. This can't be real. She stumbled back, lost her balance, and collapsed into her vanity chair, shaking, crying, screaming. The makeup artist and assistant rushed to her side. Jackie, breathe. But it was too late. In the chaos, someone bumped her phone and accidentally hit go live. Thousands of fans watching Malaysia suddenly got a double feed. Now, they were watching Jackie live too. And what they saw, a woman breaking apart in real time. Jackie is live. Oh my God. Both of them at the same time. She looked shattered. Jackie's eyes were wide open, filled with fire and heartbreak. She lied to me, she said softly. That girl sat at my dinner table, called me mom. And now she's saying she's having Doug's baby? She looked dead into the camera. Malaysia, you stabbed me in the heart. And Doug, her voice cracked. You wrecked our family. Cut to Doug Christie at a private gym. He was mid-rep when his phone buzzed like crazy. Missed calls, texts, tags, mentions. His trainer looked over. You good? Doug glanced at the screen. Malaysia's live. Jackie's live. His name everywhere. He froze. Yo, he muttered. stepping outside. He clicked on the live and saw his whole world crumbling in real time. Malaysia, emotional and fierce, telling the world about the night they shared. Jackie, crying in front of thousands, calling him a traitor. Doug looked like he'd seen a ghost. She said, "What?" he whispered. Malaysia's voice echoed from the phone. That night wasn't just a mistake. It was a moment of weakness for both of us. But I didn't do this alone. Doug was there. Doug knew. Doug's mouth tightened. Jackie's voice now bled through the other feed. He told me he was going on a retreat to clear his head. That man went to her hotel instead. Doug's trainer came outside again. "Yo man, you good?" Doug just stared at his phone, then looked up, eyes glassy. "I'm not sure if I'll ever be good again." Cut back to Malaysia's live. She wiped her face, a sad smile forming on her lips. "I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this. I begged him to stay away if he didn't want to take responsibility." A pause. The chat was now out of control. This is better than any love and hip-hop episode. Doug's done. "Somebody check on Jackie." Again. Malaysia took a breath. But when I saw Jackie posting happy anniversary pictures, knowing what had just happened between me and her man, I snapped. That baby in me? That's real. That pain? That betrayal? It's all real too. Jackie, still alive, sat slumped in her chair. She whispered, "I gave him everything. Everything. And he gave his loyalty to her." Tears rolled down her face. She stared into the camera. "I fought every woman who came near him, and it was the one I trusted that took him from me." Suddenly, Doug's name trended on every platform. TikTokers started making side-by-side videos of Malaysia and Jackie's lives. Podcasts jumped in. Celebrities commented. Mona Scott? Silent. Everyone was waiting for Doug to speak. Cut to Doug finally opening his own live. Viewers flew in like locusts. He looked tired, ashamed, cornered. "I know what's being said," he began. "And I won't sit here and lie. Malaysia, she's not making this up." Boom. Doug Christie just confessed to the entire world. "I made a mistake. One I'll regret for the rest of my life. I didn't think it would go this far. I didn't think," he paused. "I didn't think. I'd destroy my own family." Viewer count. 1, 2 million. Did he just confess? This is a full movie at this point. Jackie better not take him back. Doug ended the live with a whisper. "I'm sorry, Jackie." Cut back to Jackie, who was watching the whole thing live too. She sat in silence, then slowly picked up her phone and turned her camera back on. She stared at the screen, eyes red, voice shaking. You gave you everything, Doug. And now you're nothing to me." She pressed end live, but it was too late. The world had already seen it all. The betrayal, the confessions, the heartbreak, the collapse of a marriage that once had the hashtag relationship goals, now shattered for millions to witness. And this was just the beginning. The world didn't sleep that night. Malaysia's Instagram live had detonated like a bomb, shattering screens, breaking hearts, and setting every gossip blog ablaze. Hashtag Doug Christie trended at #1. Jackie's name a close second. And Malaysia? She was being hailed as either a brave truth-teller or the ultimate traitor. But behind the viral chaos was a man at the eye of the storm, Doug Christie himself. And Doug, he was watching it all unfold from a quiet hotel room. Alone. His phone wouldn't stop vibrating. Missed calls from teammates, producers, old friends, and one heartbreaking name that blinked on his screen again and again. Jackie. But he couldn't answer. Not because he didn't want to, but because he didn't know what to say. Because Malaysia didn't lie. She was pregnant. And it was his. The moment Malaysia spoke those words into the camera, Doug dropped the wine glass in his hand. It shattered on the floor, just like the life he'd been desperately trying to hold together. His heart raced. His palms shook. And for the first time in a long time, Doug Christie, the composed, disciplined, loyal husband, cracked. He picked up his phone. Typed. Deleted. Typed again. "Jackie, I need to expel," but it was too late. Because Jackie wasn't crying in her dressing room anymore. She was now in the studio lobby, with her publicist, a lawyer, and 3 VH1 producers, trying to do damage control for a PR earthquake no one saw coming. And Jackie? Jackie was no longer whispering. She was screaming. You knew. You all knew. She shouted, pointing fingers at the producers. You sat on the story. You protected them. And now my name's in the dirt, while he's off playing daddy to her. Her publicist tried to calm her down, but Jackie slapped the coffee table so hard the cups jumped. I gave this network 20 damn years. Built my life on loyalty. Stood by Doug through everything. And this is how I find out. Live on Instagram. She turned to her assistant. Call the press. Call every outlet. I'm not hiding. They want to play dirty? Let's play. But this wasn't just a TV moment anymore. This was real. Raw. Ugly. Back at Malaysia's place. She wasn't celebrating. Her phone was off. Her eyes swollen from crying. Her best friend, Kendra, paced the room. You went too far, Lise, Kendra whispered. That wasn't just exposing Doug. That was nuclear. You set fire to the whole damn house. Malaysia didn't answer. She was staring at the ultrasound photo taped to her fridge. That little blur. That tiny life. No one was ever going to believe me unless I said it publicly, she finally said. They would have buried it. Just like they buried everything else. Kendra shook her head. And what about Jackie? A beat of silence. She buried me first, Malaysia replied. When she pretended she didn't see what was happening. When she turned her back on me to protect her image. She knew Kendra. She just didn't care. Back to Doug. He was on the move, leaving the hotel. Hoodie up, head down, dodging paparazzi like a ghost in the night. But one camera caught him. And the photo? Doug Christie. Head down, duffel bag in hand, walking into a quiet apartment building on the outskirts of town. No mansion, no lights, no Jackie, just exile. Gossip sites devoured it. Exclusive. Doug Christie leaves Jackie's mansion, moves out after Malaysia's bombshell pregnancy reveal. Sources say Doug hadn't seen Jackie since the Instagram meltdown, and the internet was not on his side. So he really got Malaysia pregnant and tried to act like nothing happened? Jackie stayed loyal for decades. This is how he repays her? Doug's done. VH1 better cut his contract. The backlash was brutal. But the real firestorm? It was still coming. Because just 48 hours after the bombshell live, Jackie Christie dropped her own surprise. A press conference. Live streamed. She stood at the podium. Black shades on. No glam. Just fury. To the fans. To the press. To every woman who's ever been lied to. I'm not here to clean up Doug's mess, Jackie said, her voice cold and cutting. I'm here to burn it down. Gasps. Flashbulbs. I stood beside Doug Christie for 30 years. I gave him my youth, my body, my loyalty. And now? Now he's the father of someone else's child? She yanked off her shades, eyes blazing. I didn't lose a husband. I lost a coward. And then came the paperwork. Divorce papers. On camera. Stamped. Signed. Delivered. My lawyer will be filing these today. And as for Malaysia, congratulations. You didn't just break a home. You broke a legacy. The clip hit 50 million views in 6 hours. Doug's brand deals? Gone. His publicist? Dropped him. VH1 pulled his upcoming episodes from the schedule. Doug Christie was radioactive. But Jackie? Jackie was rising. Every talk show wanted her. Every headline screamed her name. She went on the reel. Tamron Hall. Even CNN picked up the story. I'm not here to be a victim, Jackie said on air. I'm here to be a voice. Because I know I'm not the only woman who's had her whole world ripped away by betrayal. And while the world rallied around Jackie, Malaysia found herself in a different storm. Her PR team urged her to apologize. People think you're a homewrecker, they warned. But Malaysia wasn't backing down. I'm not ashamed of the truth. Doug didn't get caught. He made a choice. And I made mine. My baby deserves to be acknowledged. But then came the real twist. A leaked voicemail recording, From months before the pregnancy announcement. Doug's voice. Jackie can never know. Malaysia, I'm serious. If this gets out, it'll ruin everything. The internet froze. He knew. He lied. He begged Malaysia to stay silent. And now the sympathy wave turned into a tsunami. Jackie was right. Doug been lying. This man's whole career is over. Malaysia released a one-line statement. I'm done protecting men who don't protect me. The war lines were drawn. Doug Christie, the once respected husband and reality TV icon, was now a cautionary tale of secrets, betrayal, and public downfall. Jackie Christie, the scorned wife turned media powerhouse, was on a path of vengeance and rebirth. And Malaysia? She wasn't hiding anymore. She was pregnant. She was bold. And she was ready to fight. But what no one saw coming was what happened next. Because just when the world thought the drama had peaked, Jackie Christie got an anonymous message. Doug isn't just hiding from you. He's hiding from someone else too. And you won't believe who she is. Jackie Christie's phone was still buzzing. Even with the live turned off, her world hadn't stopped spinning. Her hands trembled. Her lips parted slightly, but no words came out. The betrayal had detonated across the internet, and now the aftershock was